Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of Baby Got Scraps, which is a series that we are using our scraps to do most of our layout. So I do have one 12 by 12 in the background there, and the rest of it is scrap paper out of my scrap bins. And I am just layering up a bunch of what will become banners. So a bunch of pieces of paper that I'm cutting into strips and turning into banner pieces. And I'm just taking the color inspiration from the background paper that has a lot of pink and yellow and turquoise in it. Also some white, maybe a little, actually, I'm not even sure if there's purple in those little hearts. I think there is actually a couple of little purple hearts mixed in there. So I'm just taking my inspiration of colors from that. And then my width on my banner pieces range between 2 to 3 inches, and any measurement in between there. I don't keep them consistent because I feel like it needs a little bit of variation. And I'm really liking how it's coming together. I do know there's a lot of pattern paper on here, but I feel like it's all going to work together really well. And most of them, even though the pattern is pretty prominent, they are single colors, like single color families. So tone on tone blue, tone on tone pink. This other piece that looks kind of cloudy does have some yellow on it on the second piece that I'm going to add to it, but I think that's all okay. When you don't use cardstock, this is what you use as your cardstock pieces that are tone on tone or read as a cardstock or a solid. So I think that actual yellow paper might have been in a kit that I got from somebody. And so those actually could be solid yellow. But I don't think so. I think they're actually really small tone on tone patterns that you just can't see on the screen. And then these banner pieces are from Heidi Swap. They're kind of got a resist pattern on them. And I don't really show you very well that you go back and rub them off with a paper towel or a cloth or something like that, and it will reveal the pattern. I believe this one has polka dots on it. So while it looks like it's a solid blue, it's not going to be a solid blue. It will definitely have some polka dots on it, and they're not going to be super visible because I didn't show you that I can, you can rub to remove the ink off of the resist area. And that was my bad. I should have shown you that. I did ink everything up with some black soot distress ink. I feel like that's going to help bring the patterns out and give them some variation and dimension. And it is also going to kind of tone things down a little bit, just because it gives your eye an easier way to read that there's a bunch of things going on in the background, even though they're not bold and in your face. So I'm liking how that is looking. And I'm just going to keep inking those up. This is a layout that's going to have a lot of photos on it, actually. They're just going to be very, very small photos because these are photos that my mom had printed out for me without really any thought as to what I would do. Well, she knew I was going to use them, but she didn't know what the layout was going to look like. So she gave them to me in a bunch of random sizes. So that was a little bit of a challenge because I had to kind of work with that. I'm so used to printing at home and printing exactly what I want that it was a little bit challenging to kind of figure out how to get them all placed in a manner that didn't look chaotic to me. And so it's going to be kind of I want to say a wonky grid. It's going to be a grid, but it's not going to be a true grid. So just, yeah, lots of stacked up photos. And they're in varying sizes. So almost like cake layers, but I didn't treat them like cake layers. Now I am going to use that Heidi Swap banner piece to kind of hold all my little pieces together. And that's going to allow me to move my pieces around as one big unit. This is something I do all the time with layers. I just kind of tack them all together and then move the whole thing around to where I want them on the layout. That's going to allow me to actually bring in some of this washi tape. This is super old, pink paisley, I believe, washi tape. And yeah, it's been around for quite a while. I don't do a lot of birthday documenting, and which I don't know why. It's not. It's just not something that I gravitate towards. So these are all birthday related. So they've just been sitting in my stash for a long time because I never really look at them. But they were perfect for this particular layout because they've got all of the colors that I want represented on them. And I think it looks really good because it also has the little wordy one that says happy birthday all across it. And so that's going to kind of tie everything together and add some interest at the top of my page. Now, granted, I do have a lot of photos and they are going to cover up a lot of what you're seeing here, but you're still going to be able to read that they are banners, and it looks very celebratory because of that. So I'm liking that. If you watched my video on Monday, that was another layout with the same kid's birthday, just at a different side of the family. So just documenting the same one. And in this case, it's kind of funny. They're all in very spring colors, but her birthday is December. But I didn't want it to read as a December layout, like a Christmas or anything like that. I did toy with bringing in these wood veneer pieces from MK's shop. These are just wood veneer balloons and possibly inking them up. But I didn't like them at the bottom of the page. So I'm going to save them for another birthday. I've got a couple more birthdays to document. So I just felt like they weren't right for this particular layout, but they will be right on a different layout. So I'm going to set those aside and use them somewhere else. And this one's just going to get some floral bits and some journaling bits and such. So these pieces are mostly like, I think they're mostly Paige Evans, from maybe the sticker sheet that I'm using right here. And yeah, I like them. I don't even know what collection this is at this point. I don't know if it's Bloom Street or Bloom. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I do have some odds and ends of Paige Evans stuff. I do have quite a bit of her paper as well, and I like it. It's perfect for the little girl layout. I think that is actually where the floral and the pink tone on tone papers are both from Paige Evans. The other ones I'm not so sure about. Maybe the heart one too. So anyway, they play really well together, all of these colors. So I'm just going with it. I'm adding a bird to the layout as well. I don't know why. There's no birds. It's her birthday, but it's going to be cute and I like it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And it's just bringing more of the spring look. And then I'm going to add a little journaling spot in the bottom right-hand corner that I'm going to leave open for her mom to do writing on because this is her mom's her grandma on her mom's side of the family. And so I was not there. I don't know anything about it other than that they had a birthday party. And so I thought I would leave that journaling spot for her mom to do. I don't leave a huge amount of journaling because I feel like usually when I leave a journaling spot open for one of the parents of either the kids I take care of or my niece or such, they don't have a ton that they want to say. I know there's a lot of scrapbookers that don't even do a lot of journaling. Most of the journaling might be in their title or in some of their wordy bits, or maybe they write something on the back. But I feel like it's even more unusual that somebody who doesn't scrapbook would know what to put on a page. So I'm not leaving a huge amount of space. And if she wants more, she can always add it to the back or some little journaling strips or something like that. My niece has done some scrapbooking in the past, so she is familiar with it, and I think she'll like it. That is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. I will put a link down below for Baby Got Scraps so you can see other people playing along with the series and using their scraps up. So go and check that out. Thank you for spending time with me. If you have questions or comments, you can leave them down below and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. I really do appreciate you taking the time to watch my channel today. I'll be back again with another one soon, so take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.